Are you a villain, scoundrel, rascal, knave? Really bad egg? Well, then this video's for you. In honor of the 50th anniversary of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland and the upcoming 5th installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I thought it'd be fun to give you guys 20 facts about Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride, at Disneyland specifically. Did you know Pirates of the Caribbean was the last ride that Walt Disney personally supervised the construction of before he passed away? Originally, Pirates of the Caribbean wasn't supposed to be a ride at all. It was actually going to be a wax museum walkthrough in which you can see scenes of pirates. Fun side fact, the Haunted Mansion was also supposed to be a walkthrough as well. Paul Frees, who also voiced Professor Ludwig von Drake and the skull that says, "Dead men tell no tales," also voices the Haunted Mansion's ghost narrator, or ghost host. Sorry. The Magic Kingdom's Pirates of the Caribbean almost wasn't even built. Imagineers thought the idea of the Caribbean and pirates wouldn't feel exotic enough to Floridians. Well, they were wrong. In place of pirates, they hoped to build an elaborate large cowboy-themed attraction called Western River Expedition. So you tell me, pirates or cowboys? The music for the classic tune was composed by George Burns, who co-wrote The Ballad of Davy Crockett and scored numerous Disney films. An Imagineer named X Atencio also helped Burns script the song, as he was already scripting the rest of the ride. It was his first job that he ever got as a writer, and he got it simply because Walt Disney believed in him. The $8 million spent on Pirates of the Caribbean accounted for more than half of the cost to build New Orleans Square, the section of the park that houses the ride. The final bill for New Orleans Square was $15 million, the same cost as the real Louisiana Purchase. Disney knew they had to do some sort of ribbon-cutting ceremony to launch this new ride, but instead of going the traditional route, they hired Wally Bogue to commandeer the sailing ship Columbia with his pirate crew and break down the doors to the ride, thus unofficially and officially opening the ride. I guess you can say they barged in. Hey. Before you enter the ride, make sure you look up and take a glance over at the wrought iron fence in front of the Disney Dream Suite. The initials WD and RD can be spotted worked into the iron. Naturally, they stand for Walt and Roy Disney. The exterior of the attraction was partly inspired by the Cabildo building in Jackson Square in New Orleans, which served as the seat of the Spanish colonial government in 1799. It also is noted for being the site where the Louisiana Purchase was signed in 1808. The second floor of the exterior was originally designed to be a private Disney family apartment. Instead, it later opened up in the spring of 1987 as an art-related retail museum space called the Disney Gallery until 2007, when it was replaced by the Disneyland Dream Suite. There are 630,000 gallons of water, 53 audio-animatronic animals and birds, and 75 audio-animatronic pirates and villagers in the attraction. There's also one whole restaurant. Whole thing. I bet you've always wondered, how do they work on the ride with all that water? Well, they drain it. It takes 3 entire days to empty and refill the entire bayou. The next time you're loading into your boat, you might notice that the area dock is named after the famous pirate Jean Lafitte, who fought with the US Army in the Battle of New Orleans during the War of 1812. Upon entering the building, you might notice a series of paintings that line the walls of the queue. What you might not know is that these paintings are of actual pirates that really existed in history. First up, we have Anne Bonny and Mary Read, who are famous for being the only female pirates convicted of piracy in the Caribbean. Get 'em, ladies. Next up, we have Sir Francis Verney, who was a traditional English gentleman who later in life moved to Morocco, converted to Islam, and became a pirate plundering the Barbary Coast. Sir Henry Mainwaring started his career by hunting down a famous pirate. He later turned on his Spanish crew and became a pirate himself. He was so revered that the Spanish government gave him a full pardon in exchange for the work of his powerful fleet. Good old Ned Lowe became a pirate after the death of his wife. He was famous for torturing his victims in gruesome ways. He was only a pirate for 3 years before he was caught and hung. Oh, poor Ned. Mademoiselle Greenwell was a real-life Disney fan who won a contest in 2008 following the release of Dead Man's Chest. Her prize was to become temporarily added to the ride's queue as a pirate. I want that. Make me a pirate. I'd be a great pirate. Thank you guys so much for watching my 20 facts about Pirates of the Caribbean the ride. Hopefully you learned something new. And if there's something that you think I should know, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. Also in the comments below, let me know which ride you'd like me to give you some facts on next. Is it the Haunted Mansion? That's my personal favorite. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you soon. How do pirates say goodbye? Bye.